Sarah from Super Sister Fitness, and tune in. I filmed a live broadcast on Periscope teaching you step by step how to make zucchini lasagna. Even for the meat eaters that don't necessarily like veggies, they're gonna love this recipe. My dad is not big on veggies and he didn't even know that there wasn't noodles in this recipe. So I'm so excited to share this recipe with you. Here we go. And tonight, my fiance and I are cooking zucchini lasagna. We have a couple friends coming over later, and this is a great recipe for a big group. So double tap if you like big groups for hearts. Something really easy that you can make for your family, for your friends, especially with the holidays coming up. This is such an easy recipe. It does take a little bit of prep time, but then you just stick it in the oven for an hour. So give yourself an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes for this recipe. If you don't already follow us and you're watching this on YouTube later, head over to Periscope and follow us at Super Sister Fit. So all you take is zucchini and you cut them in like long strips. So you kind of cut them thick, I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. I tried to cut them really thin, and you can use a mandolin even, but be careful, I've totally cut myself on mandolins before. So you need 2 pans. If you want to use a glass pan for the lasagna, that's fine, or cast iron is fine as well. And then you're going to need another pan to cook some veggies and the sauce. If you want to put in meat, go for it. We're not big meat eaters in this family, including Liz. We're big on eating plant-based. We will tell you why in the future. We're actually working on a secret plan coming up for you guys. Alex is also kind enough, while I was trying to figure out my setup, to cut up a bunch of bell pepper. Now, you can really throw whatever veggies you want in this. I typically do bell pepper, broccoli. If you want to put in like ground turkey, whatever kind of meat you want, if that's your thing, go for it. So I would brown the meat first in this pan that I'm having heating up right now. Brown your meat first, then start throwing in the veggies. I'm just going straight for the veggies. Use a little bit of oil, maybe like a tablespoon. This makes like 8 to 10 servings, you guys. This is why it's great for like a family, or if you have a big group. Super easy. There's just a little bit of prep up front. And if you want to throw anything like garlic, or I've done onion, all that kind of stuff, we just move so I don't have like half the things I normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and start cooking this bell pepper. So medium heat to cook your veggies. Thank you for cutting all this up. Sometimes I like cutting the broccoli really small, smaller than this, so that it's kind of like little hunks of meat if you aren't using meat. And you want to preheat your oven to about 375 or 400 degrees. If you're using a glass pan, I've been told from my mother, I get in trouble for this all the time, that you shouldn't heat it to 400 degrees. So yeah, you just want to kind of cook down your veggies a little bit before you add in the sauce. So let these cook with a little bit of oil, and again, if you're using meat, you can do that too. And let this kind of just cook down for a little bit. Okay, so once you've let the veggies cook down for like 5-10 minutes, then just throw your sauce in. This actually cooks down so much, so this looks like quite a bit right now, but it cooks down a lot. And another thing I always love to add to the sauce, which just has some broccoli in it, but fresh cut tomatoes. Obviously wash your hands before you do this, because you're gonna be touching everybody's food. Start by layering the thinly sliced zucchini at the bottom of your pan. Again, I had my zucchini layered at the bottom, and I poured in about half of the sauce with the veggies. So layer that up, and then you're just gonna layer this. So then you take your zucchini again, you stack it, you layer it, try to fit it together like a puzzle so that you don't have any open spaces, so when you cut it, it's not like all flopping apart and all that stuff. Then pour the other half of your sauce on there. Again, smooth it out. Ta-da! Then, again, add another thin layer of cheese, and then take your remaining, I always like to top it off, and then you just layer it off. So I usually use a whole bag of cheese, which is 8 ounces. Okay. Dump it all on top. And then, this is the final result. I know it looks really white, but it's really not. So you put it in the oven. I typically cook it at 400 degrees. So I only cook it for about 55 to 60 minutes. I kind of check it. If you're cooking at 350, you're probably gonna have to go for like an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching the live broadcast. Again, if you want to follow us on Periscope, find us at Super Sister Fit, and I will be doing a lot more cooking tutorials, just regular things that I normally eat day to day in my normal life. If you want to learn more about plant-based eating, click the link below and check out our Learn Guide for a 30-day meal plan full of recipes and healthy substitutions that are great for you and your whole family.